Oh, girl. Honestly, like, I really do believe the whole opposites attract thing. So, since I'm so outgoing, and I like my man to be nonchalant.
Exactly. I'm the same way.
Really?
Because I'm so energetic, I talk a lot, so I kind of want him to, like, tame me in a way.
So, I'm back with another review of Love Island, Season 5, Episodes 16 and 17, and I'm going to give you the Cole's Notes version, meaning I'm not going to go through every single thing that happened. But the reason I started with a clip of what Destiny and Cassie said when they first came onto the show was because I think that happens and then we kind of forget what they said. But Destiny said that she works in a male-dominated field. And so because of that, it is hard for men to break through that shell because she's used to being the drill sergeant at work. And Cassie in her little montage said that a lot of guys say she's crazy, but she's not really crazy. Men make her crazy. And I don't know, I just wanted to go back because, you know, that happens at the very first show and you do kind of forget what they said. And that is kind of the basis of who these people are. So now, let's talk a bit about what happened over these last 2 nights when Casa Amor was coming. So the 2 people that got eliminated, surprise, surprise, were Emily and Harrison, or as Hannah called him, Harry. So they left, and in his non-committal Harrison way, he said, you know, he'd probably be in Miami, so maybe he'd, you know, link up with Emily and see what's up. So, you know, we'll see if they continue with their love off of the island, though I'm not quite sure it was love. It's a lot of other things, but not sure it was the beginning of love. But anyway, that's what this show seems to focus on. So now we're getting ready for the Casa Amor, which we, the audience, know is going to happen, but they don't know. So after the whole elimination business, I think it's funny that Bergie actually says that he can't believe that he's still there. And neither can many of the fans watching the show. Bergie is growing on me. His fashion sense is getting better. He's getting more confident. He's getting a free class in how to talk to girls and young women. And he never had to pay for it. And he's doing it on reality TV. Go Bergie. Mike and Destiny, you know, they talk some more. KK and Keenan. And you know what? I've been trying to figure out what it is about Keenan that drives me crazy. I think what it is that I think he acts like he's confident and then he tries to act like hard. That's what it is. I feel like maybe he's like a really nice guy trying to act hard. And then maybe that's why I misunderstand him. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm also going to ignore this pimple that I have. I think it's really wrong that I have a fan going because I'm having a hot flash and that I have a pimple, which teenagers get. Very confusing time of life. But anyways, back to the show. So what happens is the ladies get a text and they find out that they're going to a red carpet event they have to get ready for, and then they find out that they are going to Casa Amor. Now, I have never watched Love Island UK, so I've only watched Love Island USA. And Casa Amor was really different every other season, so maybe because we, the audience, always knows what happened and the Islanders kind of know, I think it was kind of cool they did it this way. It was very different. So the girls got all dressed up, and they're in completely separate dressing rooms, and apparently it's completely soundproof because they were screaming like banshees up there as they got ready to go. I thought it was cute though that Hannah left hair products for Marco so he could do his hair when she left. I don't know. I just really did think that was cute. And now the guys are downstairs getting ready because this is when they always have their party. And then they realize, like, they're like, why do we always have to wait for the girls to come down here? Huh? Why don't we go up there, and why does it always have to be like that? Anyway, they go upstairs and they realize that the girls are gone, and Keenan is distraught because he was going to tell KK that he was going to be closed off or closed up. Or listen, I'm trying to get with the lingo of the young people, okay? So these are words that I've learned in Love Island USA for beginners. Fans, when anybody from Love Island, like after this show happens and then they are live and loose on Instagram and they post something, so like when Zeta, love Zeta, when Zeta posts something and she has on like something very fashionable, or Justine or Sally, people write the word obsessed with 3 fire emojis. Very important. I learned something new while watching this show. When you are ready to commit to a young lady or a young man, you don't say, I want you to be my girlfriend, I want this to be a relationship, I want a commitment. You say, I've decided that I'm going to be closed off, like a store. Like when the store says, sorry, we are no longer open for business. You are closed off. You are shut down. It is shut down. You are closed off. That means you are committed to your guy. So Hannah, talk to Marco about being closed off. And after the women go over to Casa Amor, Keenan has an epiphany after he talks to Imani, who he's really wanted to talk to for a while and really have that meaningful, lustful conversation. After he talks to her, he decides, no, it's really KK I want. Imani has nothing for me. So I'm going to tell KK tonight that I'm going to be closed off. And guess what? KK's gone. So he's like, oh my goodness, I was going to tell her, and now she's going to be over there with all those men doing who knows what. Listen, Keenan, you have been confusing KK from day one, and she's always stuck beside you. You speak in hyperboles and I don't even know, synonyms and acronyms. It's never clear. It's like, KK, you're my priority unless you mess it up. I mean, that's the type of things that he says to her. Oh, it drives me crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm older, and what would I do in a situation where the men outweighed the women and they were all gorgeous and they were all talking to me? I've never had that happen. I have no idea. I have no idea what trials and tribulations these young people face on Love Island. So it's hard for me to understand some of the things. So I'm going to be empathetic towards my boy Keenan. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give him as much a hard time. Maybe he is truly a beautiful, loving person and he's just confused, right? Because he's been waiting for the options and they haven't been coming to him. So yeah. Anyways, he's telling the guys that he can't believe she's gone. I was going to tell her I'm closed up, closed off, shut down, no more. Anyway, she's gone. Then the scene, it really, the end of on Monday, it goes over to the women, the young women on Casa Amor, and Sarah Hyland comes in to have meaningless and fake conversations with them that make no sense, as if they're all best friends and, take care of my guys and guys take care of my girl. I don't know. I think Sarah's cute. So I like her, but she didn't have to be there, but we all understood. But somebody has to, I guess, kind of be a guide of what's supposed to happen. So, and the main thing is supposed to be what happens in Casa Amor stays in Casa Amor. Like the Chinese say, what happens in the party stays in the party. Anyways, okay, so I digress. So what happens when the guys are there? And I wasn't even going to tell you their names because everything is insignificant until I see more, but I will let you know the male, whatever they're supposed to be called, bombshells, or in this case, just shells, the men that came. There was Kyle, the soccer coach. There was Robert Schmize. He likes to seduce the girls with his eyes, and he's a snake wrangler, snake guy. There's Brandon, who KK liked. There's Eddie, who's tall, muscular, and a brother. There's Mattia, le français. He's a French guy with the tattoos. And Cassie, she's all about him. And then there's Zay. He's 23. He's an Air Force guy. And Destiny was all about him. So anyways, what happens is that right away, the snake wrangler, aka Shmai's hypnotist, tries to he's talking to the young women. I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but he's a lot. I think he starts with Cassie, and Cassie's like, this is awkward. This is just awkward. And he's like, but it's not awkward. And then it was awkward. And he's trying to do his thing he does, which I think is what he thinks is sexy, is being sarcastic and going against the grain of what the person is talking to. And that means he likes them. So that's what he does. Didn't really work with Cassie. She just told him he was awkward, and it was a strange conversation. He then talked to, well, Imani just kissed him. She just went over to him and kissed him, and like, just out of the blue, she's like, why don't you just kiss me? Why don't you? So he did. That happened. I don't know. Like, I'm from a different generation, but I'm still trying to tell y'all about this show because I do still like watching it. Anyways, now let's move over to the next night. So that's kind of what happened on Monday. The girls went to Casa Amor. The guys find out. Now it's Tuesday. It is now episode 17, season 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. So now it's more of the guys, and Snake Eyes is talking to Carmen, and he's trying to, do his thing of, I don't really like you, but I like you, but you're my favorite, but I'm going to seduce you with my eyes. And a frog comes along, and he like rescues the frog and cuddles the frog. It's all bizarre, but he's a snake wrangler, so what else would he do? Carmen, I don't think is really falling for it. She's a pretty smart cookie. She can see through his game. And she does ask him about Imani, and he's like, that just happened. I didn't even know it was gonna happen. KK, I think it's very interesting, and I do have to look at his name. So Brandon, because when I went back to the first video, and she does say she's normally attracted to kind of like the bad guy type, so that must be why she likes Keenan. She likes this guy, and he's not. He goes against all that grain. He's really nice. He's a good listener, so she's kind of like into him. It's kind of cool. Destiny seems completely smitten with Air Force guy. He doesn't say that much. He kind of reminds me of Jonah if he was a little bit more tan with a mustache and darker hair. Ears, same type of look, but she's really into him. And if I close my eyes, actually, and I listen to Destiny and Imani, and then one of the new Bombshell girls, they actually sound like the exact same person. So I try to keep my eyes open when I watch this show. There's not really a lot that goes on. There really isn't. So then they're like, let's play truth or dare, because what else do you do when you're bored and you're on an island scantily clad? So they play truth or dare so that they can kiss each other and make strange dares. And one of the dares is for KK to kiss her top guy, and she kisses Brandon. And she kisses Brandon, and it doesn't end. It's like forever. Nothing else really exciting happened in that truth or dare, to be honest. Cassie really likes Tattoo Guy. Tattoo Guy is, I have to look up his name, is Mattia, le français. He's older, and that kind of goes in line with what she said when she first came on, that she does not want a boy, she wants a man. She's forgotten all about Leo. She's even cute in the little videos where she's like, I don't know, like, I like Cassie. She's just cute and confused and doesn't know what's going on. Poor Leo. But you know what? I think she's cute. But then what happens now is that the young ladies, the young women, or they call them girls on the show, they all enter the villa for the guys who are excited and everything. And there's what I find interesting right away, I'm not even going to tell you their names except for one. I remember her name, Johnny, because when I saw Johnny, all I could think of was Cassie. I thought she looked like kind of a sexier version of Cassie. Anyway, they're all talking amongst themselves, and Mike talks to somebody whose name I don't remember, but when I close my eyes, she sounds a lot like Destiny. They talk about working out and flexing, whatever. There isn't really a lot happening because we focus more on the young women and the guys at Casa Amor. So there's not tons of footage at the villa, but the producers of the show decided to end Tuesday night with Bergie making a connection with Miss America. And I don't know if she really likes him, but I think she's from Wisconsin, and they go up to Soul Ties, the forbidden area. Bergie just pulls her for a chat to talk to her, and you know, Bergie, you say too much. Sometimes it's good to not say everything, wear your heart on your sleeve, talk about everything you've been through. This is not therapy, Bergie. This is Love Island, but God bless a child, and God bless Bergie on this journey. I gotta give it to him. My guy is not giving up. And I think they're trying to make it look like she's for him, but there's actually one of the young women there. She actually does like Bergie. He hasn't had a chance to talk to her yet, but for the show, the producers, they want to end with a montage of Bergie in Soul Ties talking to Miss America. And that's kind of what happened. Okay, so there's probably going to be some drama because they also sent in another little chocolate sister who is also like another version of KK, and of course she's attracted to Keenan, and that's the only person she wants to talk to, and she's very aware of him and KK, and she doesn't care. But that's what Casa Amor is all about, you know, just great positive types of things for young people to do. It's like the villa meets Temptation Island is how I describe Casa Amor time. So yeah, she's all up on Keenan, so that's going to be interesting for the next show. And that's kind of it, you know, as far as any little snippets of things that will probably add some drama. I think it's going to be the little one, Johnny, who looks like a sexier version of Cassie, and the little one that likes Keenan, who looks a lot like KK, like another version, tiny, feisty. So yeah, I mean, that's 2 shows I've told you about. Episode 16 and 17, Love Island. Please like and subscribe. I know there's going to be more to come. I'm probably going to do a few more twofers just so that I can, you know, find out a bit more about the people, so that I can give you, you know, a little, some morsels, something to be like, yeah, I know why she likes this show, and I know why I'm going to watch it. But again, I hope you enjoyed my review. My name is Amani. This is Amani's Vibe, my channel, and I am excited to be reviewing Love Island Season 5, and I don't know what's going to happen next. I just wanted to say one other thing, though. I really miss Matthew Hoffman, who is the original voiceover host and the narrator of the show, and be like, all night on Love Island. I miss him, but apparently they've gone back to the original British guy. But I just wanted to say that because I miss him. Anyways, that's it. That's what's up. Tune in for the next review.